or even by interest. You'll never run out of ideas. Santa has elves, but you have us. Search gifts at hsn.com right now. All right, let's keep going. I think it's time for the Christmas icon impression dies. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is a nice one. You know, again, as we look to shop and spend money on maybe certain things, if we're being really picky and we want to make sure we buy things that really stretch our dollar and really we can use in so many ways with so many applications, this is going to be it. This is the Christmas icon impression dies. This is an 8 impression die set. There's, as you can see, everything you would need for the holidays right now. I want to say this right out of the gate because in our pre-production meeting, somebody asked this and it was a reasonable question. You know, which do you choose? You do not need to choose. You're getting all of them. So you get all of these dies for that one price. It's not choose one or a pair. You get all of them. That's all 8 for $27.95. And Anna, again, this was saved just for us and just for now.
Well, and this is one of those die sets that does something completely different than all the rest of the ones in your craft room. And they're impression dies, and so you're getting the ability to stamp like a rubber stamp, die cut like a regular die, and emboss with this die. So when we say impression, that's what we mean. It's got a special coating on the die that will take ink like a rubber stamp will. So in the past, you would have had to have found your stamp, you would have had to find the die, you would have had to have some embossing, you would have had a lot of pieces to create the effect that the impression dies give. And what's so beautiful about them is that you can see we've taken a water-based ink from the craft room, applied it just like a rubber stamp, and then run it through our embossing and die cutting machine. So it's printing the design and then it's embossing it in relief. So you can do this any number of ways. And what's so pretty about them is that the embellishments that they make. So this is the blind emboss reindeer that we saw on your set. It was a little upside down on the sheet, but here we have the nutcracker done as well. So it is that simple. I'm going to show you just quickly what you're able to create with this. And so this is how, again, it's a water-based ink. So if you're taking any of the inks in your craft room, you want to add this to the face of the die. And no, you know, a regular die won't take the ink, right? It's not going to hold the ink. So when you are actually die cutting it, see, we're going to take this and I'm going to just flip this over on my cardstock. All right, and we're going to put it face down into the mat, and then I'm going to blind emboss this as well so that you can see all the design and the detail that comes out of the impression die. So it is something that, you know, the icons themselves, we have woodland impression dies coming up, and then we have this icon set that is brand new for today. Let me just get my tool in one, but let me show you the one that was perfectly stamped, okay? So you see how we've got all that detail. It gives you a letterpress effect, which I think is so beautiful. But then we also have the blind emboss, the reindeer, and the candy cane, and you want to use your tool-in-one to take this out of that die because of all that detail. So we see all the fur on that reindeer, and now he can pull the sleigh, and you know, we can go. So many of us collect nutcrackers and presents. These are the things that are included in the icons. So not only do we have Santa himself, but we've got a candy cane that you can use. And this is really fun once you, I know there's so many of you at home that have collected our impression die sets, and this is the latest and greatest. It's a set of 8 beautiful images that can become all the embellishments on your cards. And what's so nice about it is the scale that you see how diminutive this is with the candy cane and the little stocking. You've got even quilted patterns in the stocking. I think that's really lovely. So if you don't want to stamp them, they're going to blind emboss perfectly. But this is what I just made just a minute ago. So you get the idea, and you see how well they pair with the designs of the dies in your craft room, of the things. Look at the detail on the bells. So again, this is the blind emboss, but if you want to use it like a rubber stamp, you would use a water-based ink pad. It cleans up with soap and water. And you know, one of the things that we know about this, Adam, is that people are able to use the foil, the hot foil stamp machines with these dies, because the coating will work with the foil. So that's really fun. It's just it's so creative. So adding silver, blind embossing, this is going to give you all the different ways of, excuse me, of looking at this. And you see how even the presents in the nutcracker, it all goes together so seamlessly and so much fun. And it's just a single pass through the machine. Whatever machine you have, these dies are going to work with all of your electronic cutting and embossing machines, as well as the manual ones. You just have to add your rubber stamp ink to them.
Stay right there for yours. Again, you're going to get all 8 that Anna's been using, so you can do so many wonderful things. Again, we have our reindeer. He's a little bit upside down right now, but you get the idea. In that same vein, I do want to show you this as well. Same concept. This is the Woodland Christmas Impressions die set. Again, the